WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lowndes County will have a new sheriff a month earlier than expected. At today's Board of Supervisors meeting, Sheriff Mike Arledge announced that he will be resigning as of December 1st. The board appointed Chief Deputy Greg Wright to serve as interim sheriff for the month of December. Sheriff-elect Eddie Hawkins says he declined the interim role because he still has some things to finish up before taking office in January. Arledge served as sheriff for 2 terms before deciding not to run for re-election. At the meeting, he said he wanted to retire a month early due to family obligations that would keep him out of the office. Well, Arledge isn't the only Lowndes County law enforcement officer leaving his post. After serving 38 years, Constable Joe Abels is stepping down from his position. Family, friends, and community members gathered at Justice Court today to wish Abels a happy retirement. He started his career in 1981 and has worked tirelessly for the people of Lowndes County. He decided not to run for re-election this year. His son, Joe Jr., will step into the role in January.
All I can say is different. It's nice. Enjoy all these folks here. Appreciate what they've done.
Abels will officially retire from his position as constable at the end of December. Again, his son Joe will take over. He'll be sworn in January 2020. A local K-9 team is finding it challenging to keep the streets safe, but their patrol vehicle is not safe. So their community is now getting creative to help them out. Our Riley Livingston talks to the K-9 handler to find out more. She joins us live from West Point tonight. Riley.
Andre, here in West Point, attempts to get financial aid for their K-9 officers have fallen short. But now a nonprofit organization is working on their biggest project yet. It's been a long 2 years for West Point Police Sergeant Arnie Cade and his K-9 partner Kenzo. Inadequate equipment and budgets have made it hard for them to get their job done.
We've had issues with the vehicle overheating. That's been the biggest thing. The internal temperature of that car raises and Kenzo's life's in jeopardy. We've had the current issues we're having now is the car cuts off driving down the road.
The issues are not only inconvenient, but also dangerous.
It's got electrical issues. Cut the blue lights on to make a traffic stop and then sparks shoot out from under the bottom of it. They've not been able to determine where that's coming from. So luckily we've been blessed with some cooler weather to where I don't have to run the air conditioner, but it's in pretty bad shape.
Now a nonprofit from Florida is joining the effort.
We are trying to raise money to replace Kenzo's K-9 unit, his vehicle. They're called K-9s United. They're out of Florida. Miss Debbie Johnson is spearheading this. She's trying to launch a campaign to have people to donate the money in order for her to purchase the vehicle.
The goal is $35,000 for the new vehicle and gear. So far, they've managed to secure $7,000 of that. Social media has helped take the campaign to the next level, and people from all over the country and the world are donating.
It means everything. I spend more time with Kenzo than I do my own family. We're either working or training. And to know that his life's in my hands and not be able to ensure his safety, it's tough.
For more information on how you can donate, you can visit our website at WCBI.com. For now, reporting live in West Point, Riley Livingston, WCBI News.
After being on the run for a few days, a murder suspect in Verona is in custody tonight. 29-year-old Charles Brandon is charged with murder. Monday evening, investigators say 50-year-old Walter Gillespie was fatally shot. That shooting happened at the corner of 8th Street and Johnson Avenue in Verona. Chief Johnny Patterson says investigators zeroed in on Brandon as a suspect. With the help of U.S. Marshals and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, Brandon was arrested last night in Verona. His bond is set at $1 million. A Tupelo man is being held without bond accused of child abuse. 29-year-old Joshua Oakley is charged with felony child abuse after investigators say staff at North Mississippi Medical Center called police to report the possible abuse. Early Wednesday morning, a 6-year-old boy was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police say those injuries were not an accident. Police say Oakley was dating the child's mother and babysitting the young boy. Oakley was booked into jail Wednesday. Today, he made his initial court appearance, and he was denied bond. Starkville police are looking for a missing man. This is 31-year-old Richard Corey Bond. He hasn't been seen since Tuesday afternoon. Police and his family say they're concerned for his welfare. He was last seen leaving an apartment on Stark Road and was traveling east on Highway 82. If you have any information on where Richard Bond is, call the Starkville Police Department.
What a great Friday of weather we had around here. Here's our time lapse from Columbus. Not even a cloud in the sky. Some of you did see some clouds in the West Alabama, but our viewing area stayed dry. And currently, temperatures in the 40s as we get ready for our Friday evening. So clear and quiet. It's a little bit of a breeze, but we'll be cooling down into the 30s for high school football this evening. And our forecast low tonight down somewhere into the mid to upper 20s. Let's go with about 27 degrees. So another freeze is coming our way. The weekend looks great. I'm back with those details in just a few minutes.
Students from an area high school had a chance to see how medical professionals work together in real-life situations. The drill underlines the importance of teamwork among medical professionals, and it gives soon-to-be high school graduates a chance to learn more about career paths in the medical field. Our Allie Martin was there and has more on the training.
As the ambulance pulls up with the patient, healthcare professionals are drawing on their skills, experience, and teamwork. This drill is graphic and as close to real world as possible. Itawamba County College's Health Science Division hosted the Code Blue and Red drill at the Health Science Education Center at the Tupelo campus.
We wanted a way to showcase the healthcare team. This is a new emphasis in healthcare education. It's called interdisciplinary studies.
For each emergency simulation, students and faculty from the 5 health science programs demonstrated what they would do in a real-life situation.
Paramedic technology for the ambulance and EMS services. We used associate degree nurses for the patient care within the emergency room. Respiratory therapy technology came in for all of the trauma and also for the breathing treatment of the first patient. Radiographic technology came in and did the x-rays. And then finally surgical technology was involved in the patient that went to surgery.
As medical professionals did their work, a group of students from Saltillo High School were watching and learning. Sydney Duggar will graduate in December. She will start at ICC in January and plans on becoming a nurse. Duggar says the emergency simulations were intense.
I've been shadowing with labor and delivery and stuff like that, so I haven't seen trauma, and it's not exactly what I thought. It's a lot more than what I thought. I don't think that stuff actually happens, like their guts fall out, but it really does happen.
After the emergency simulations, Duggar and her classmates heard from ICC students, faculty, and healthcare professionals, and they also had a chance to ask questions about different career paths available. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
And this is the first time ICC has held Code Blue and Red. Organizers plan to invite other high schools to similar events. Meanwhile, first responders, community members, and civic leaders in Okolona spent part of their day learning to prepare for, prevent, and react to incidents like an active shooter. Security expert Cooper Dixon reviewed the layouts of the campuses in the school district, their policies and procedures regarding visitors on campus and other issues that can help determine how well a potential target is protected. After that, he led those in attendance through a tabletop exercise. Dixon says there are many common sense things that people can do to help prevent criminal acts.
Biggest thing is, in a school setting, is building a good relationship with children, so they will tell you things that are going on in the community, because 9 times out of 10 there have been red flags that have been missed by adults, by law enforcement, and so a lot of times the children know exactly what's going on. It's just a matter of them telling the adults.
City and school leaders will review the findings from the exercise and then incorporate that into the district's safety plan. Coming up, area economic developers give a report on the region's workforce and roll out a vision for the coming year. We'll have that when we come back. Residents, businesses, and elected leaders get an update on economic development in the Golden Triangle. The Golden Triangle Development Link briefed the community on a study of jobs in the region and around the state. GTR Link also unveiled a Golden Triangle Regional Workforce Analysis conducted by Younger Associates. CEO Joe Max Higgins says the committee is actively searching for more recruitment opportunities within the region.
Since the link's been born of investment and capital investment by year, went over how we rank in national rankings as far as micropolitans in the country, and then we went over what I think is a fairly ambitious plan next year to really get out and get the word out about what we have here.
And you can get more information about the link and the workforce study on our website, wcbi.com. Airbus helicopters in Lowndes County celebrating two big milestones. The company has been in operation for 50 years in the United States and 15 years in the state of Mississippi. Airbus is a major supplier of aircraft for the U.S. government. The president of the company says without the determination of his team, Airbus would not be where it is today.
I'm very proud of the success of Airbus today because at the end of the day it's really the success of our employees, their dedication and engagement which have made us the #1 helicopter manufacturer in the world.
And more than 200 guests attended that celebration today. All right, Keith, we are on the cusp of a really nice weekend,
Cannot
aren't we?
wait. The countdown is going pretty fast
Yes,
right
indeed.
now.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. And actually, the Leonid meteor shower will be peaking this weekend. And tonight, tomorrow night, the sky is basically clear here. And you may see some meteors tonight and tomorrow night. We'll see some high clouds come back in here as we get into the end of the weekend. Your full forecast is next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Plenty of sunshine today on our Friday as we wrapped up the work week, and let's show you that with our Alpha Insurance time lapse from Vernon at Durham's Pharmacy. We are looking east here. Now, there have been some cloud cover. There was some cloud cover, still is some cloud cover over in Alabama today. And look at the rain we actually had today. Still currently, that's redundant. Let's just say we still have rain southeast of Birmingham right now, and it is still coming on down. It's been a little persistent area of low pressure over here. Some spots over the last 24 hours, southeast of Birmingham, over an inch of rain estimated by radar. We were on the back side of it today, the place to be, the drier side of these storms, usually the western side, and that's what we had today, hence the sunshine. But this is a pretty big system, and it will actually gin up a pretty good coastal low here this weekend. But for us, rain chances nil through the weekend into early next week. Thursday and Friday, about a week from now, we'll likely have some more rain back in the region. So tonight we are clear. We will see the wind relax a little bit. It's a little bit breezy now, but we should see overnight lows into the upper 20s once again, so another widespread freeze. And look at all this sunshine tomorrow. 57 in Columbus, 54 in Tupelo, more or less 54, 55, 56 here in Starkville and West Point. Ooh, let me stay on this side of the screen. For the football game in Starkville tomorrow, Alabama coming across the state line into Stark Vegas, and we are looking at some 40s, then some 50s, tons of sunshine. And in Oxford, LSU coming back on into the region, and we will have temperatures that will be cooling through the 40s into the upper 30s as we go throughout the course of the game. So things look great here for our region on Saturday. Perfect timing, Mother Nature. We love to see this in Mississippi, most of Alabama here enjoying that sunshine, even warmer back to the west. We'll tap into those warmer 60s as we get into the upcoming work week. Now, for the weekend, high pressure scoots on in for Saturday, so we are sunny. If you are traveling east, especially over into the Carolinas, more clouds, more rain chances. Now, we actually will have a disturbance or two come on down from the northwest Sunday into Monday, so we'll see some extensive high cloudiness here. It's going to be moisture starved, so we don't have any rain in the forecast with that system, and then we'll see more in the way of sunshine for the middle part of next week before those rain chances. So here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast for this weekend. Mid to maybe upper 50s here Saturday and Sunday, lows moderating as well out of the deep freeze. We should see lows in the lower 40s next week. 60s return on Tuesday. Wednesday look very nice, and then we'll have those showers back in the region Thursday and Friday.
It's cold out here in Louisville for our game of the week. Tom Ebel, Chris Bolton. We'll be talking some great football coming up after the break.
WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Welcome here to Ari Hines Stadium, the site of our Carl Hogan Toyota Game of the Week for Week 13. It's playoff football. Tom Ebel, Chris Bolton here anchoring our coverage from Louisville from a great playoff game between the Wildcats. It's football weather, man. It's chilly out here. But both of these teams, they don't mind that. When you're talking about Louisville and Pontotoc, it's two teams that have gotten to this point thanks to defense. And so, Chris, what are some of your keys to your game? If you're from Pontotoc's perspective, what are we looking at?
We want to get the ball to Caleb Hobson.
That's a great strategy.
Exactly. I mean, he's fast, very electric kid. He's a playmaker. So if he gets the ball, he can make things happen on the offensive end.
Absolutely. Caleb got Trayvon playing as well. He's been playing in the backfield for Pontotoc. Craziest thing about the Warriors is they started the year slow, 0-4, but they've won 6 of their last 7. So
things rolling at the right time. This is what it matters.
That's the key to football. But when you look at Louisville, there may not be a team in 4A hotter in our area. They've won 8 straight games. They've given up 6 points a game.
During that run, had 3 shutouts.
And a nightmare for Pontotoc. Returning for Louisville, past couple weeks, Red Hibbler, an absolute monster linebacker for the Louisville Wildcats. But you look at
and they also have Ty Cooper.
Absolutely. You look at Tyrone Shorter's team, speed everywhere, they're big up front, and you know the Tyrone Shorter coach football team, defense is going to be what gets them to a state championship. Again, and of course the Wildcats looking for a second straight win. Chris, we're debuting something new here.
What you got for me?
Picks at 6.
Hey, okay.
So 6 o'clock Sportscast, man, let's talk some picks and make some decisions of some of these big playoff games coming up in Week 13, starting with the Game of the Week. Who you got?
Game of the Week? I'm going to go ahead and I want to give you the Kirk Herbstreit answer and say, I'm covering the game. I can't give you a pick. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think Louisville, they pull this one out.
They're the home team. They're red
home
hot.
crowd. They're hot.
I got to go with Louisville. Let's make some more picks. West Lauderdale, Itawamba.
Whew, that's a tough one. If you haven't kept up with West Lauderdale, they got a very good squad. But I'm going to go ahead and say Itawamba. They're at home, so I think they can eat that.
It's a far trip for West Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Itawamba as well. Maybe give some people some bulletin board material. North Panola and Houston.
Ooh, Houston coming off a big win last week against Winona. I think they keep it rolling. I'm going Houston.
I'm going Houston too. Rapid fire, Chris. Water Valley, Choctaw County.
Choctaw County.
I'll go Water Valley. Water Valley with the road upset. South Delta, Calhoun City.
Oh, Cal City.
City by 21 plus. Sorry, Boneyard. TCPS Baldwin.
In Baldwin.
Home team?
Home team.
I'll go TCPS. Great offenses in that game.
We'll see.
It's going to be a great time. Hey, tune in at 10 o'clock. You'll see Chris with a full game recap as well as post game here from our Game of the Week, as well as all the highlights on the end zone. Chris Bolton, Tom Ebel for WCBI Sports. The last look at your forecast next.
Get your game day pizza at Papa John's.
Some important info before we leave you tonight. If you want to know all the haps in Genoa City, set the DVR. Late today, CBS announced it will re-air The Young and the Restless at 3 o'clock in the morning. CBS, of course, preempted The Young and the Restless today with live hearings from Washington. Again, The Young and the Restless will air overnight here on WCBI at 3 a.m. Stay up, set the DVR, whatever
Get your popcorn ready to go.
What's Victor doing?
That's what we want to know. I was actually at the gym yesterday at Young and the Restless Time, saw some of it, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Probably the same thing that happened this time last year.
Or last couple of years. Scandal, whatever.
That's the news at 6. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening.